of the Emirates FA Cup here this evening. Great support for Portsmouth here this evening, as there so often is. Many of them will have memories of that great day at Wembley just 17 years ago, when Wycombe scored the only goal of an FA Cup final win against Cardiff City to give them the trophy for the second time in their history. And they're looking to make a quick start here, and it's a free header inside the penalty area for Owen Moxon, but he was just unable to guide his header on target. It's been a busy week for Shamal George. Great news for him. No real work to do for him there, as that one drifted just wide. Wycombe did not expect to be in the position they currently find themselves in League One right now. A blistering run of form through the first half of the season. 11 successive victories in all competitions, but things have just got a touch tougher for them in recent weeks. A couple of defeats for them in their last 4 league games. They still find themselves in second place in the league table, sandwiched between league leaders Birmingham and third place Wrexham. Ball played up towards Sadie, who's battling away with Skura. Slip here, and it just opens the door for Paddy Lane. Looks to go around the outside. It's still Paddy Lane, pushed out by George. Chance on the rebound, cleared off the line. Sadie couldn't put it away. Portsmouth with a couple of opportunities there to strike early. Wycombe just about survive. Look to the footing for Gideon Kudua. Surface could be difficult here this evening. He lost his balance. Paddy Lane was in. Bodies in the way, and it was that new arrival, Sonny Bradley, who made the block on the line. But nervy moments, dangerous moments early on in this game, and some concern for Wycombe right now as well, with Luke Leahy looking as if he's picked up a problem here. Certainly will be worth just keeping an eye on the players this evening and how they deal with this surface. Already problems for Gideon Kudua. Kudua, who often operates in midfield, but being used as a right back here this evening. It's going all the way straight through here. The angle is tight, but there could be something on. Jordan Archer, though, keeps himself big, and Wycombe can now look to send it in. Here's Harvey, cleared away up towards halfway. Lively start here at Adams Park. Openings for both teams. Loose header from Skura, picked up by Christian Sadie, who rides the challenge. Paddy Lane waiting in the middle. It comes his way, unable to make the connection. If this is the tempo, this is the manner in which this game is going to be played this evening, do not take your eyes off it. A chance a minute so far in this game. Gideon Kudua deciding just 3 minutes in, and it's not a night for gloves as he goes to take this throw up towards halfway. It's flicked on, but just runs out of play. Good work as well for Jordan Archer. He did well, spread his legs well and made himself as big as possible. No way through. Over the top, and Wycombe, a team who are happy to go direct, but that one just skipped through in front of Brandon Hanlon. Paddy Lane looking to get in behind. Kamara. Freddie Potts. Two players who remain in the Portsmouth team. From that weekend defeat against Sunderland, a narrow 1-0 defeat against promotion chasers Sunderland. It's a player who will to orchestrate the game from the base of the Portsmouth midfield. Just drops the ball in there to find Jordan Williams. Lubala, bit of a miscommunication there, not quite on the same page as Brandon Hanlon. Pause in play here as Tom Reeves halts the game, and it's a problem for Shamal George. So he's got a problem. Might see his evening come to an end. Shake of the head. It's as if Nathan Bishop is going to be introduced to the action very early on indeed. So a pause to a game which has begun at a really good pace here, both teams with opportunities to get themselves in front. A disappointing moment for Shamal George, who has only played 4 games for Wycombe this season. They've all come in cup competition. Starting 3 of their FA Cup games now this season, but Nathan Bishop preparing to come on. He has got a couple of league games this season for Wycombe, Nathan Bishop, but they both came in the first 2 matches of the season when Wycombe were beaten on both occasions before they went on that incredible unbeaten league run. Of course, the conditions can also be conducive to picking up muscle injuries as well, temperature below freezing. So on comes Nathan Bishop. Wycombe forced into an early change here. Game back underway. And sweeps it out to this near side to find Paddy Lane. This season for Portsmouth to put themselves in the Championship for the first time in a dozen years, and a really sticky start to the campaign for them, but just signs recently they can play their way out of trouble. Had a big boost, of course, when Colby Bishop was back available after his problems in pre-season, having to undergo heart surgery, but now available again for Portsmouth, scoring goals, and he is one of their options off the bench this evening. Here's Williams. Potts again. We've seen a fair few examples already this evening how much of Portsmouth play will go through him, and he's first onto this loose ball here. Potts, who's in possession now, should feel very familiar in his surroundings this evening, having spent last season on loan at Wycombe, where he was a prominent player for them, 36 appearances in the league. The ball was on there to thread that through to Kamara. Instead it breaks to Paddy Lane. Portsmouth looking to assert themselves here in the opening minutes of this game. McIntyre steps forward. Kamara. Kamara's side, who don't necessarily seek to have too much possession. They look to be efficient when they have it. Really frustrating night for them here on Tuesday when they were beaten by Huddersfield. Big game at the top of League One. Fell behind to a really good strike from Herbie Kane. They had 13 attempts at goal in the second half as they sought an equaliser. Huddersfield didn't have a single attempt at goal in that second half of the game, but Matt Bloomfield's team unable to find a way through. Archer. Header won by Declan Scorer. Now Sadie. Atkinson. Leahy looks as if he's run off that problem that he picked up in the opening minutes of the match. Picked up now by Paddy Lane. Up by Kadua, but he manages to find a way past him. Now Moxon clips in the cross and nothing comes of it, but breaks to Potts. Portsmouth looking the more threatening of the two teams here so far. Kadua, who struggled early on in this game, having his pocket pick there, but free kick to Wycombe. Took plenty of positives from that defeat on Tuesday night. Bloomfield, he said his side kept to the principles which they've displayed all season. Just couldn't find a way through. Did cite the fact that they have lost 3 right backs in the last couple of weeks. New departures. Caleb Taylor, the defender, leaving the club. Gone back to West Bromwich Albion, from whom he had been on loan from. Backinson uses his body well, but was unable to take the ball with him, and Kamara's able to step in. Cleverly shepherded out of play by Sonny Bradley, who is a difficult figure to get around. Certainly brings some physicality to this Wycombe defence. Didn't see a great deal of game time at Derby County this season, just 3 league starts. See just how cold it is here this evening. Players with blankets over their legs. It is a committed crowd, those who have come here to Adams Park tonight. A crowd that have come hoping to see their side Wycombe pull off what would be seen as an upset, only perhaps a slight upset given how well Wycombe have done this season. They are actually very close to each other in regard to the English football pyramid. Only 5 places separate them. Talk about the problems that Wycombe have had at right back in recent weeks, and that's the reason why Gideon Kadua is playing at right back for them here this evening. Portsmouth corner, which will be taken by Owen Moxon. Towards the near post, it breaks to Freddie Potts, who's just trying to sort his feet out. Thumped away, but Wycombe not seeing much of the football at all here so far tonight. Forwards by scorer, looking to find Gareth McCleary, who's not had too many touches early on in this game. Now Kadua looking to do something on the front foot here, still going as he rides the challenges. Wycombe into the lead, out of nothing. Well, they've been on the back foot pretty much since this game began, but Brandon Hanlon sweeps Wycombe ahead. And that's what they do so well. When they get themselves into the right situation, they take their chances. Wycombe 1, Portsmouth 0. So much of this down to the good work of Gideon Kadua. Ball almost went out of play here, but he managed to keep it alive, held off Paddy Lane, barreled his way past Rob Atkinson, and the ball breaking to Brandon Hanlon. He just swept it beyond Jordan Archer. Found that gap between keeper and the near post. Huge credit to Gideon Kadua. How about that Bloomfield side? Struggling to settle in this game, but they have themselves the lead. John Massinio and the Portsmouth bench can't believe what they've just seen. And so many things right in the opening 17 minutes of this game, but find themselves now behind. A side who are comfortable to not be in possession a great deal, Wycombe. They got the ball into a dangerous area. They made it count. 1,400 Portsmouth fans have made the journey here this evening, making plenty of noise since this game got underway, but they've been silent somewhat, perhaps in shock by the fact that they now find themselves behind. John Harley, the assistant manager, just scribbling a few notes. Well, they have had their problems on the road this season, as I mentioned. Just one win so far. Such passionate supporters, those who follow Portsmouth. Forwards by McCleary. Hanlon with a heavy first touch, but it won't stay in play, just sends it into the centre, gets a good long look at it. Jordan Archer, and he makes a clean claim of the ball. been great at home through much of this season for Wycombe Wanderers, but it is just one win in their last half dozen games. Victory coming against Exeter here on New Year's Day, a game in which Aaron Morley scored a 94th minute penalty to win the game in his final appearance for the club. As the strike comes in, Dickinson not really catching it with too much conviction. Who gave so much to Wycombe through the first half of the season. Scored that goal for Wycombe to win the game against Exeter, and then 3 days later scored another stoppage time goal against Exeter, but back at Bolton. Cleary, plenty to aim for in the middle. His cross comes in, headed away to the edge of the area. Flicked away by Kamara. Padua playing it safe and want to get all the way back to Bishop. Scorer sweeps it long, drops it in behind that Portsmouth defence, but the offside flag has been raised. John Messinio said yesterday that he would rotate his side here this evening. It was only fair to tell those 1,400 supporters that that would be the case before they made the journey here tonight. They need to protect the first team, but players on the fringe of the side, I feel they haven't had their opportunity, would get their chance tonight. Williams sweeps in the cross, headed away again by Skura. Told to take too many further steps forward. He was a scorer for West Ham in that FA Youth Cup final win 2 years ago. A 5-1 win for them against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. He's done well there to just create a bit of space for himself. Cross comes in, Leahy contesting, flicks it towards goal, runs straight through to Jordan Archer. See Portsmouth enjoying plenty of the possession early on here this evening. The corner only just prevented there, though. 68% of the ball for John Messinio's side, but it is Wycombe who lead. Free kick here to Wycombe. It's Kadua who's won it. You can see he looks much more comfortable when he's on the front foot. Gideon Kadua just caught there. Paddy Lane, who was just stretching to make that challenge. Luke Leahy making the point there that he doesn't feel that that two-man Portsmouth ball was 10 yards back. So McCleary and Leahy standing over this set piece. No surprise that it will be left for Leahy, who sweeps it in. Great delivery, and Wycombe have doubled their lead. A first goal for the club for Sonny Bradley. And what a night this is turning into for Wycombe Wanderers. Moment to remember for Sonny Bradley. Brilliant delivery from Luke Leahy. Oh, he's so difficult to deal with in those situations. Really good ball, inviting ball in by Leahy. And there was Sonny Bradley to just nod it beyond Jordan Archer. Nothing the keeper could do. Do we have an upset on the cards here? League One Wycombe leading Championship Portsmouth by 2-0. He only arrived at the club this week, said it was a whirlwind first 24 hours at Wycombe for him. He got the call on Sunday night, the paperwork was done a day later, and he made his debut on Tuesday here against Huddersfield. Now he has his first goal in Wycombe colours. Portsmouth rattled by what's happening here this evening. It's very comfortable early on here at Adams Park, but Wycombe now with a 2-goal advantage. Flick through, and a bit of miscommunication at the back there. Jordan Archer was coming out to gather it in. The offside flag, though, has gone up. Well, this game this evening, I mentioned, was a distraction for Portsmouth from their priority of remaining in the Championship, but perhaps a welcome distraction for them, given that it has been a tough start to the campaign. But for Wycombe as well, going's just got a little tougher for them in the league recently, and with the departures that they've had to endure over the last few days as well. A chance to perhaps just come out here tonight and enjoy themselves for Matt Bloomfield's team. He's rung the changes, 7 of them made. These players want to be part of what has been a really successful season so far. We do have another new addition available on the bench this evening as well. Danish defender Anders Hagelskjær. His international clearance and work permit come through earlier on today, able to be named on the bench. Portsmouth been knocked out of their stride here. Too many teams have enjoyed their trip to Adams Park so far this season in League One. It's proving to be the same for Portsmouth in the Emirates FA Cup. Possession taken over by Butcher. Sent in by McCleary towards the back post. The header back across goal. And there was no one there to put it away. Atkinson, good idea. Might just have overhit it. Ball is just about kept alive. Butcher trying to get on the end of it, but that ball had just gone out of play. Skewed clearance from Nathan Bishop. Wycombe won't want to give anything easy to Portsmouth here to give them a way back into this game. Ritchie wins the free kick. Brilliant career Matt Ritchie has had, now back at Portsmouth where it all began for him. Just an arm in the face there from Dan Harvey. Kick whipped in, and it might just break for Atkinson, who couldn't really connect. Lane looks to play it back in. No nonsense from Sonny Bradley. Plenty of time for Portsmouth to turn this one around. Of course, just a reminder that if we are level after 90 minutes, we go to extra time. This tie will be decided here at Adams Park this evening. No replays anymore. Portsmouth have given themselves plenty of work to do. Kamara. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, Portsmouth, and of course they endured that really difficult start to the season. And they failed to win any of their opening 10 games in all competitions. Atkinson wants to play that one forwards, and easy decision for the referee there as Moxon caught Bradley. Minutes to go until half-time here at Adams Park. Wycombe rode their luck at times early on in this game. John Massinio's side unable to force their way in front, and they've been undone twice. Goals from Brandon Hanlon and Sonny Bradley. Challenge by Harvey on Christian Sadie, who's in possession now. Best of passes from him, and which was easily cut out by Bradley. Risky pass there, and his eyes would have lit up there. Just couldn't quite get there in time. Work to Paddy Lane. Wants to watch this out and play, and he manages to do so. Declan Skura. He's played more than double the amount of games in cup competitions for Wycombe this season, and he has in the league. Plenty of layers. The order of the evening here at Adams Park. Stunts like this, they'll be very glad that they came along. Williams. Now Potts searching around for his options. Looks like short to Atkinson. Neatly worked by Portsmouth. Williams making his way infield and cut out by Kadua. Potts again, who, just like Kadua, is on a loan from West Ham United. Atkinson. Portsmouth had a period of pressure here. It was a poorly placed pass by Moxon. Potts onto it again, looks to take aim but sees his shot blocked. Leahy just looks to play it forwards but just lacking a little accuracy. Nice win away from Fratton Park. Only win away from Fratton Park this season for Portsmouth came at Queen's Park Rangers back on the 19th of October. Haven't kept a single clean sheet through this entire campaign. Butcher. He's taking his time in possession, looking to find McCleary, and Atkinson has to deal with it. Work by Potts, who was keen to make up for his earlier error. Thought he might as well just have a go. He wasn't too far away. Stealing the ball back off McCleary, and it just sat up for him there. So he thought, why not? Bishop watching that one make its way off target. Hanlon, opportunity to push it forwards. Did he time it right? Here's Luke Leahy, wants to get it onto his left foot, looking for the far corner, drifts just wide. Well, he's got such a gifted left foot, Luke Leahy. You could read his intention, he just couldn't quite find the execution, just turned back inside Tom McIntyre. But his effort just the wrong side of the post. They're posing problems on the rare occasions when they get themselves into advanced areas here, Wycombe Wanderers. 6 attempts at goal tonight, 5 of them have been on target. They are so efficient. in the final third. Portsmouth struggling to create goal-scoring opportunities. Of course, they had that double chance in the opening moments of the game. Apart from that, they have offered very little. Drew away by Bradley. Makes its way through to Butcher, who just overhits that one. To watch it out of play, but offside flag had been raised anyway. But they've done a good trade in the club shop for woolly hats here this evening. Expected that the temperature could drop to -5, perhaps -6 by the time we're done here tonight. McCleary able to advance, carrying the ball forwards here. Gareth McCleary, his eyes lit up. Strike deflected, but he's looking to get on the loose ball. He tidied up by good scorer who's had some nice minutes in this first half, made some important interventions. Well, we're making our way towards half-time, but we are hearing there will be 3 further minutes to be added on. Of course, Wycombe suffering that injury to Shamal George, who started the game in goal for them. Portsmouth perhaps could do with half-time. Cold night to be stood around being a goalkeeper. Worked, and Kamara making his way into the Wycombe penalty area. All the way past Skura. The help of Kadua. Wycombe able to quell the danger as we tick into stoppage time. Confirmation of those 3 minutes to be added on. Portsmouth half the deficit before the half-time whistle. Really offering a great deal of threat right now. Plenty of young faces in the crowd, always good to see. Roger just able to get it away. There is the half-time whistle here at Adams Park, which is met with a roar from the Wycombe supporters, and so it should be. What a first 45. The concourses have been doing a roaring trade. It's going to be a double change for Portsmouth at half-time. Lady Towler coming on. He's also being joined in the action by Andre Dizelle. Who was playing Championship football for Queen's Park Rangers last season before coming to Portsmouth. He comes on to take the place of Freddie Potts. It is a bitterly cold night here in Buckinghamshire, but so far so good for Wycombe Wanderers. Goes from Brandon Hanlon and Sonny Bradley for them in the first 45, the first half in which Portsmouth registered just a single attempt on target. Wycombe only had 30% of the ball. From that, they themselves had 7 attempts at goal, 5 of which were on target. Just confirmation of those substitutions coming through in the top left of your screen. Interest in this competition. John was honest enough to say that their priority this season has to be the league, given how long they waited to get their championship status back. But capable team, very capable team that he sent out here this evening. So good here at home. Portsmouth with their struggles away from Fratton Park this campaign. Just a reminder for you that if we are level, if Portsmouth can find a way back in this game at 90 minutes, then we go to extra time and then to penalties. This tie will be decided here this evening. As you can see, the teams through the bottom of your screen, both teams have made changes already here this evening. Wycombe were forced into making one very early in the game. George, the goalkeeper, is taken off injured. It was a night which began with both managers having made significant changes from their last league lineups. Greenfield had made 7 alterations, 9 made by John Massinio. The side have given themselves an awful lot of work to do here this evening. The job he did last year, though, in his first full season in management. Portsmouth to the League One title, being named the EFL League One Manager of the Year. Of course, this is a ground that he knows so well, having been a Wycombe player during his playing days. The Wycombe side which won promotion to the 3rd tier of English football 15 years ago. Sorry, Bradley, as you can see, not happy with that decision. Portsmouth bringing 1,400 supporters here this evening, but it's been an enjoyable night for them so far. Sending it forwards, and Harvey just nods it down to Nathan Bishop. Playing the season in goal for Wycombe, but lost his place a couple of games into the league campaign to be replaced by Franco Ravazzoli. Great weekends in the English football calendar. Games began last night in the third round, all the way through until Monday. Redbridge take on Millwall. It's the surely the game between Arsenal and Manchester United, which comes on Sunday. There's always a surprise or two, always a magical moment stage of the competition. League One getting the better of Championship Portsmouth so far here this evening, and they've got themselves a corner as they attack the Beechdean Terrace end of the stadium. It is the first corner of the night for Matt Bloomfield's team. As you can see, we haven't had too many corners so far this evening, just the one apiece, as there's plenty going on in and around. Portsmouth goal. Talking to needed there for Terry Devlin from the referee here tonight, Tom Reeves. Dickinson, so just give him a few words as well as Luke Leahy prepares to take this corner. Corner dropped towards the back post. Bradley manages to get something on it, but drifts behind harmlessly. Yeah. Schmidt moves the ball up towards the edge of his penalty area as Portsmouth to build an attack out from the back. Here's Towler. Just confirmation of the change that was made in goal for Portsmouth, with Schmidt coming on for Jordan Archer. Schmidt, who's established himself as the regular goalkeeper now in the league for Portsmouth, coming on at half-time as the ball gets played into the penalty area. They know that a goal can change the picture here significantly and give them a way back into this game. Zell, the one of the half-time substitutes. He flights it into the penalty area, seeking Devlin. It breaks for Matt Ritchie, and then the strike comes in first time from Owen Moxon. No harm at all on the Wycombe goal. Waiting for a moment to ignite their team really here. Done the game well. They found themselves very quickly 2-0 down. Hanlon will look to make something of this, tries to keep it in play and forces Williams into some work. Kamara to Schmidt, who has to get it away first time. Haven't been too much of an issue in the league for Portsmouth this season. 30 goals scored. They've scored the most of any side currently in that bottom six, but it's the concession of goals that has been the real problem for them. The most goals conceded in the Championship so far. Towler just looking to step up out of defence. That started the first 5 games for Portsmouth. Riley Towler beginning tonight on the bench. Happy, is he? John Massinio in conversation with Swarby, the 4th official here this evening. Back with Bishop. Best of clearances as Atkinson gets his head to it. Devlin. It's neatly brought down by Williams, but then best of balls forward. Exciting times for Wanderers right now. Not just what they're doing on the pitch, but taking over shortly after last season. It ended by Billionaire. Oh, bad play at the back there, which was Bishop to get the ball away quickly. Cross sent in, but it's a disappointing delivery. Well, they have to stay switched on here, Wycombe. Invite Portsmouth back into this game to give them any hope here. So many players perhaps unfamiliar with each other, not played a lot of games together this season. Just to go back to that point I was making on Wycombe, they were taken over shortly after last season ended by the billionaire Mikel Lomtadze. Money in the infrastructure of the club. The ambition this season was to be in and around the top 10 of League One, but perhaps those ambitions have altered somewhat given just how good the first half of the season has gone. And Leahy bursting into the box. He was looking to work it across to find Berali Mubala. So it's opening that for Wycombe, but one which they want to take to make the most of. Here's Ritchie. Kamara. Forced to go back to Nicholas Schmidt. He made his first appearance for Portsmouth back in October, but the goalkeeper having started now the last dozen games in the league for them. See again that chance switch came Wycombe's way, and possible handball in there as well. Not given by Tom Reeves. Portsmouth were 3-1 winners here in the league last season. They completed a league double. Wycombe in League One, having beaten them 2-1 Fratton Park as well earlier in the season. Sides have only met once before in the Emirates FA Cup. That came back in November 2016. Wycombe winning on that occasion 2-1. From his goal there, Nicholas Schmidt, but good job that he was, as he managed to clear that one away. Hour played here at Adams Park. No change to the scoreline since half-time. Wycombe have just had that one nervy moment really to endure since we got back underway. And Portsmouth not offering a great deal of threat. Devlin biting in with the challenge. Ritchie. Through for Kamara, but Portsmouth will have themselves a corner here, and Kamara calling for more noise from those 1,400 Portsmouth supporters here tonight. Bit of pumping going on inside the penalty area. Harvey and Sadie, the two players in the thick of it. Leahy, the Wycombe captain, there as well. Tom Reeves coming over to just have a word. Another change coming for Portsmouth. Zach Swanson coming on to take the place of Jordan Williams. Again, Tom Reeves feels the need to come and have a word. McCleary, Terry Devlin, the two being spoken to this time. It's all pretty chaotic in and around Nathan Bishop in the Wycombe goal, and the referee needs to get a grip on this. Shake of the head from the referee, and you can see he's got his yellow card out of his pocket as well. Harvey, the player, being called over, as to Christian Sadie, and they've both been shown yellow cards. And this is the reason why. Plenty of tangling going on. They're trying to cause a few problems in and around the Wycombe goalkeeper Nathan Bishop, and it's still going on in there. Watch that scene at the back post. Sadie being tracked every step of the way by Dan Harvey. Finally, 3 minutes after it's awarded, the corner comes in, more bodies tumble. It's McCleary and Devlin, who'd also had a talking to. involved. Devlin feels that his shirt was pulled. Harvey, well, he wasn't letting Christian Sadie escape. He's got both his arms around him. You can see bottom left of your screen what was going on between McCleary and Devlin. Not easy either for the referee. Situations. Senior in discussion with Swarby, who's just stood next to him nodding his head. This might just fire up Portsmouth though. Still have 26 minutes left to find a solution to the situation. To do much better than that. Turning into trouble. Lubala, just perhaps a bit forced from Birali Lubala, who hasn't really had a sight of goal since very early in the game. Of play, seeking Matt Ritchie, but Harvey getting in the way. Top and Lane hoping that he could keep it in play, but he was just unable to do so. Well, you feel that Wycombe won't be particularly adventurous as they try and negotiate their way through the rest of this game. They'll just try and pick off Portsmouth when the opportunity arises. So too much front foot football inside. They've put themselves in a really good position here. Throw. Start creating chances here, Portsmouth. Frustration coming out there from Paddy Lane. Lose a player this week, Portsmouth, Elias Sorensen, leaving the club to Vålerenga in Norway. from Towler. Just can't get it to click in the final third here tonight, Portsmouth. The game could have been very different indeed had they made the most of that early double opportunity. Lane strike kept out by Shamal George, and then Christian Sadie unable to put away the rebound, cleared in front of goal by Sonny Bradley. Offside flag has been raised. Reached the fourth round of the FA Cup since 2020, when they beat Fleetwood by 2-1 at this stage of the competition. Seems as if Bloomfield is going to freshen things up here. Somebody back looks to make a change. Tom Reeves. Paddy Lane down for Portsmouth. Paddy Lane in some pain. It's as if he may have more than one problem as well. So it will be a trio of changes made by Matt Bloomfield as we see the way in which Wycombe got themselves into the lead here this evening. Really good work by Gideon Kadua. Brandon Hanlon, first time, swept the ball past Jordan Archer. 10 minutes later, that 1-goal lead became a 2-goal lead. Sonny Bradley guiding his header beyond Archer to put Wycombe into the position they now find themselves in. Just making his way to the edge of the pitch. Josh Scowen amongst those about to be introduced for Wycombe as they look to seal their passage through to the fourth round. Sadie, someone needs to spark Portsmouth here. Now running out of time to mount a comeback. Sent forwards, but that one is watched out of play by Kadua. As if Paddy Lane will be okay to continue. Brandon Hanlon. Not agreeing with the decision. Those changes about to come from Bloomfield. Indeed they are. Yedinma here to take the place of Gareth McCleary. Kone come on for Brandon Hanlon. Not a bad player to be able to bring on, your leading scorer in all competitions this season. Fantastic season that Richard Kone has been having. 15 goals in all competitions. Much loved, much adored here at Adams Park. Just over a year ago, of course, since Richard Kone came to the club from Athletic Newham of the Essex Senior League, and in level 9 in the English football pyramid. Onto comes Josh Scowen to take the place of Tyreek Backinson. Change being prepared as well by Portsmouth. Harry Clout is going to come on for them. Towler. Just to work his way through the challenges, but nothing comes of it. And that's been the story, really, for Portsmouth whenever they've got themselves into the Wycombe half of the pitch, barring the early minutes in the game. So here comes Portsmouth's 5th change of the game. So Harry Clout comes on. Paddy Lane, the player who is replaced. Who played such a pivotal part in the opening goal of the night, having had some tricky moments defensively early in the game. Cleared away by Terry Devlin. Header high from Harvey up to the edge of the Portsmouth penalty area. Towler wins the header. Chance to stride forwards here for Devlin, who has Ritchie outside of him. Here is Ritchie. The opportunity perhaps to put a cross into the box there, Dazelle. With Ritchie once again. Dazelle. Now he will send in a cross, and Nathan Bishop gets a good long look at it. Comfortable claim for the keeper. Little overly eager there to win that header, Luke Leahy. To their play needed for Portsmouth as Zoe picks up possession. Moxon. Portsmouth falls back into their own half. Very difficult side to play through. Dazelle again. As you can see, Portsmouth still dominating possession, more than 2/3 of it, 68% of the ball, but the threat on the goal, Nathan Bishop, has been minimal in this game. Wycombe asking about a possible handball there. Now Moxon drops it to find Matt Ritchie. This has been the case for Portsmouth through much of the game. Plenty of the ball. Where's the threat? Ritchie again. Easily dispossessed by Harvey. poked up into the penalty area, and Bradley's able to get it away. Edging closer to a place in the fourth round of the Emirates FA Cup, but still a bit of work to do for Wycombe as we approach the final 10 minutes of the 90 here at Adams Park. Harvey, no rush to restart the game. Sadie and Harvey at it again. Not a great deal, it has to be said. I've been hoping tonight, Christian Sadie, to make his mark in this game, having done much of his work off the bench this season. Opportunities haven't really come his way, apart from that one awkward chance from which he did well to muster an effort on goal, which could have given Portsmouth the lead. 2 minutes into the game, ball poked through. Lugli, will he get there first? He won't. Schmidt racing off his line. Yep. Comes in, but it's a cross which is easily cut out by Josh Scowen. And Kone, who hasn't got any real help around him. It has been a rather uneventful second half so far. Portsmouth leaving themselves with plenty to do, and right now it doesn't look as if they're going to find a way back in this game, but who knows, one goal can change it all. Disappointment amongst the Portsmouth supporters here this evening. This performance, 1,569 of them. Tonight amongst a crowd of 5,240, and they might play themselves into problems here as Ibala almost managed to step in. Helped on by Harvey. Back from an offside position, but that free kick will have to be taken again. Ball prodded through. Schmidt thought about coming, now retreating back to his line. Kone looks to cut it back, but he can't link up with anyone, and Kamara able to step in for Portsmouth. Third goal wraps it up for Wycombe, surely. Ritchie looking to turn, and he does well. To work a 1-2 here, he played his part, but the ball back to him, not quite up to standard. A few of them on this very, very chilly night here at Adams Park have decided that it's a night from which their team aren't going to mount that comeback. A few Portsmouth fans now starting to trickle away here. Final change about to come for Wycombe as well. Less than 5 minutes of the game to play. David Wheeler ready to get a few minutes here. So here comes that change. Lubala to make way. Wheeler out into the cold. The final 4 or so minutes of this game, and it's as if he's enjoying a joke or two with Lee Swaby. They'll be dreaming of a trip to maybe the Etihad, maybe the Emirates, Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge, depending on who navigates their way through round 3 of this competition. So much focus for Wycombe on trying to maintain this push for promotion, but you can't beat a good old cup run. Who knows just where Wycombe's run will take them to this season. Brilliant run, of course, all the way back in 2001 when they beat Leicester City, Premier League Leicester City, at Filbert Street in the quarter-finals. Roy Isando, remember him? Answered the advert on teletext for a striker. Wycombe, raft of injuries, they senior striker available, and Roy Isando answered the call and scored the winning goal in the quarter-final. Victory which took them to the semi-final at Villa Park, where they would lose by 2-1 against Liverpool, but it is a season of run that is looked back upon with much affection here at Wycombe. Swanson. Wycombe surely would have expected Portsmouth to have a real go in this second half, but it just hasn't proven to be the case. Perhaps has been as comfortable as it could have been. Former Bloomfield side trying to protect this 2-goal lead. 4 minutes we're hearing will be bolted on at the end of the 90. Still time for Portsmouth to set a few nerves a-jangling, but again they're forced to go backwards and work their way across the pitch. Commanding credit Wycombe for discipline in the shape that they're keeping. Portsmouth just haven't been able to find a way to play through them. It's just hasn't been enough bravery on the ball from John Rossino's side. Someone willing to beat a man. Try and pull this Wycombe structure out of shape. The Portsmouth fans are now singing "We Want a Shot." It gives you an idea of just how poor a showing it has been from them here in this second half. Devlin's cross comes in, breaks on the edge of the area. Will they get that shot that they're wanting? Not this time. There would have been plenty of people that perhaps would have expected Wycombe to get the job done here this evening, despite the fact that they are a division below Portsmouth. Mixture of priorities for John Messinio, and Wycombe are having such a fine campaign and Portsmouth have struggled to find results. Flicked away by Kadua. All eyes on Lee Swaby, who has the board ready at the side of the pitch, and there is confirmation of the 4 minutes to be added on. 4 more minutes off the cold to get through for everybody at Adams Park. Temperatures around -5. Made the effort to get the game on here tonight, and they'll be so glad that they did if it stays this way. Shot comes in. A bit of work for Nathan Bishop to do. Ironic cheers from the away enders. And Tom McIntyre takes it upon himself to have a go. Fans always find a bit of humour, even in bad situations. So will we have the same chaos that we had the last time Portsmouth had a corner, when we saw those yellow cards for Christian Sadie and Dan Harvey? Crowded scene again, and bodies tumbling once more. And it's Devlin involved yet again. That tangle or two, didn't he, with Gareth McCleary last time? Now it's Sonia Dimma tasked with keeping an eye on him, and nothing comes of it. He's out to play over on the far side. They're a tough, stubborn team, Wycombe Wanderers, and they proved that time and time again here tonight. A good showing from his team at all here tonight. Focus now will have to be on that battle to survive in the Championship. Ritchie rolls it right. Pass is poor, and Devlin has played himself into trouble there. Just blocking Dan Harvey. Wycombe players aren't happy with him. Game hasn't simmered up too much here this evening. You can see Wycombe players weren't happy here. Devlin just with the body check. Nothing too much in it, but maybe a bit of feeling in it, given the frustrations that he's shown here tonight. Bumps in the box and the scrapping for position that we've seen a couple of times involving Terry Devlin. All helps Wycombe just break this game up. Striding forwards, can Wycombe seal their progress to the 4th round in style? Just being held up down by the corner flag. Portsmouth have the throw, but only seconds remain here now. Back, and I'm going to show too much adventure. There is the full-time whistle. That Bloomfield side, League One Wycombe Wanderers knock out Championship Portsmouth here. The damage done in the first.